What's going on, everybody? Today we are going to be going over 5 tips and advice we have for any sneakerheads out there, all right?
You do
or
not,
any resellers.
Do not want to miss these.
Do not want to miss these, all right? Let's get into the first one.
What we got?
All right, so the first mistake you want to avoid.
What do we got, Rich?
Not being patient after a release.
Oh, man.
Damn you, Sneakers app.
Crazy.
Sneakers app, man.
It's very human, right? You want the sneaker right after it drops. Everybody's talking about it.
Oh, yeah.
It's only human.
Well, you don't want to feel defeated, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't get it for
Still wanna
retail,
get it.
you're going to get it for resale.
Rich, you got a moment, actually, that is
my
worth
God.
talking about for this specific being patient
This
moment.
is the main reason why I hate the Off-White 5s. It's just how much I paid for them. Right after they dropped, I got mine off StockX. And by the time others got theirs from the sneakers app,
Yeah.
I was still waiting on mine. And
Yeah.
I quadruple overpaid.
The hype is real. Like, this is when you got to take your
Don't do
emotions
it.
out of things, and you hear everybody talking about, I need them, the price is going to go up, I need them, so you get them right when they drop.
Dang.
And I want to speak about right now, right? With COVID and everything, no one's doing in-store purchases.
Very true.
So after a release, do not buy while people are waiting for their shipments to come in. Because once they get them in, the demand will be there and the prices will go down. But if you're buying a sneaker while people are waiting, you're going to overpay.
Yeah. Don't get suckered into the stock got 'em photos.
Stock.
Okay, I want to see my thing ready to ship.
Yes.
Tagged if possible. I don't even
Tagged
do
if
that
possible.
these days. All I'm saying is there are more desperate sellers than there are true resellers.
The worst feeling when you haven't received your shoes and you see the prices going down as you're
Oh
waiting
my.
for them to come in.
And especially that's going to happen. It's guaranteed to happen right now with StockX. The shipments are taking forever.
'Cause
Wait
the
a
people
little
that
while
actually
for
receive
people
them-
to get them. And then you could buy locally. You could make sure someone's going to ship them out.
Yes, sir.
Just be patient when it comes to any sneaker release.
Which
really,
is
really big.
very tough. Let's not act like it's easy to do.
Like I said, when everybody is talking about them, it's very tough. All right, I got it. If any sneaker releases that day, just stay off IG.
Stay off IG.
All right, guys, that
High
is
dive,
number
high
one.
dives.
Let's get into number 2. All right, so sneakerhead tip number 2, all right?
What do we got, Rich?
If you are unsure if you like a sneaker or a particular style of sneaker,
Yeah.
buy the cheaper version first. It's gonna save you a lot of time, a lot of
Okay.
money, and it's just gonna be the way to go. So let's elaborate on this.
That's the realest advice that you could probably give right now.
you don't
because
have to commit.
most of the time people are like, I have to commit because of the colorway, right?
Yeah.
But if you want to just see what a shoe looks like, there is nothing wrong with buying and returning, my friend.
Yeah, because the hype stuff you can't return.
Go buy them,
Yeah.
try them on with some different fits, see if you even like how they look on you.
For sure.
Return them.
This obviously that's like a hype example, but you know you could do it with the non-hype GRs and everything. You know.
And yeah, and this is more so for like different styles too. You
Yes.
know what I mean? So like even when dad shoes were wearing their Chelsea boots, or even there were just so many cheaper alternatives to rock with.
The worst is when you have a great imagery in your head of what you're going to look like when you put the shoe on, and then you put them on, and they look terrible, and you can't return them.
Exactly.
Let alone try
and
to
this
sell 'em.
also pertains to clothing as well.
You know, just my personal experience with the Nike Cage Spiridon, the Stussy ones that came out, I did not like them. And of course, this is me not knowing the shoe at all. And I've never tried on a Spiridon Cage, right? So when I got the GR versions, which the colorway was good enough for me to buy,
Yeah.
it made me fall in love with the Stussy ones, man. So I ended up
Exactly.
getting them. So sometimes you do have to
You
do those
worked
type
your
of
way
things.
up. You worked your way
I
up.
did, you know what I'm saying? And then now those GRs actually have a little resale value in
There
them.
you go. This is really big. Something that we've learned throughout the years. That is number 2. Let's get into number 3. All right, so number 3. As I'm talking about this one, you guys can open this one
They
up.
don't know about the silver box.
This is old school.
Don't take them out though. You'll see why. Wearing your old sneakers prevents the crumbling. All right.
I broke them out. They started to break. They talking, son.
Or even if you're purchasing sneakers, buy worn pairs. With the exception of Jordan 1s. We'll talk about that in a bit.
Yep.
But buy worn pairs.
My gosh.
And it basically gives you a better shot of the sneaker not
ended up looking like this.
Cereal.
Believe it or not, these are actually a dead stock pair of white cement 4s. They just don't look like it.
This is so sad right
Shake
now,
the box,
Rich.
shake the box.
I don't want to shake. It might get debris everywhere. I don't even know it's healthy for us to be breathing this in.
Exactly. So
crazy.
that is a dead stock pair of Jordan 4s. If you're new to buying sneakers and everything, I think the common thing is to just think that they're gonna, be wearable because they're dead stock. They're in the
Rich,
box.
These are dead stock, but what'd you get them for?
Oh, so that's another thing too. I got them for $200. Do not, or actually like 170.
I thought it was 150, but yeah, something like that.
Do not think just because a reseller is selling a pair of sneakers for cheap that they're gonna be wearable. I think a lot of people get that confused. They're selling them cheap for a while.
There's a disclaimer for a reason.
A lot of times they don't give the disclaimer.
Is there like a rule of thumb for how many years a shoe can go before you actually put them on your feet? Because I feel like I'm crumble king, man. I got my 97s, I got my 95s, I got my 4s, 3s.
Okay, we got to give a disclaimer then. Going off of what Johnny said, though, it is important that this isn't guaranteed. This is not guaranteed.
You gotta understand.
Just 'cause you wear 'em doesn't mean-
themselves. A lot of I realize like the 90s shoes, those models, I don't know what the material they have inside of the midsoles or whatever it may be, but they crumble. They crumble, they crack, they fall apart.
Let's just say nowadays, they're in the lab. They making everything synthetic, everything long lasting. Look, there's not even yellow soles anymore for Jordan 11s.
Yeah, definitely. Just be careful. There's things to look out for when it comes to, like, people really like soft midsoles. These are from 2000, and
20 years.
a lot of people would say these are wearable because that's how soft the midsole is.
But
if
Rich,
it is firm, then they're saying those are definitely a no-go.
And especially if you're heavy.
But not every pair is gonna be like that. Every shoe has its own situation, if that makes sense. So if I'm buying a pair of shoes that are old, I'd rather be in store to be able to hold them and do the test of actually, pinching the midsoles and seeing if it's, not gonna crumble, if it's wearable.
It is tough. It's a really tough call. Obviously, you're gonna save a lot of money if you find the right pair.
And you're gonna lose a lot of money if you buy the wrong pair. You also want to be able to talk to the seller and they're knowledgeable about the situation of the shoe.
Yes.
I love talking to, for example, when I bought my my 85s ones, he was telling me about how the collars are crumbled, the tongue is all, I felt good buying them because I actually knew I was getting myself into.
Yeah, and speaking of Jordan 1s are the one shoe I feel like that do not crumble.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
I don't
like
know.
a rubber sole with the stitching.
Something about that sole.
I think when it comes to leather, I feel like leather's always been
it
premium,
ages well,
right?
It ages really nicely. So the ones are cool, but the 3s, 4s, 5s,
They
6s,
got that material inside, man.
they got something about the midsole. Just be very careful. All right, so we just wanted to talk about wearing your sneakers versus non-wearing. If you have an old pair of sneakers that is getting to that age, I would definitely give them a couple wears.
Give them a couple wears. Give them a couple wears, especially if you're gonna keep them.
Yeah.
Sell them if you're not gonna wear them, basically.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think of this one. All right, so number 4, man. Get every release, regardless if you personally like it or not.
This one's definitely for the reseller tip right here.
For sure.
There is always going to be someone out there that wants what you don't even want. So
Yes.
the point of it is to stack up enough for you to pay for your other shoes that you actually might hit.
I was just gonna say, me and Richie had this problem where we only went after the shoes that we loved. Take your emotions, your taste, your preference out of this one right here. Just go after every single one because the one that you probably like or love, guess what? Everyone else does.
You're
too.
saying take it more of a business aspect.
I mean, if you could just buy something you don't like, sell it to get something you do like, that is a win-win right there.
Look,
There's shoes dropping every week,
I
man.
personally took myself out of this whole thing. Like, I cannot wake
Why?
up at 7 a.m., be disappointed. I don't care if I like it or not like it. If I'm going for something and I don't get it, I'm going to be disappointed. So,
for sure.
And I can't go back to sleep after striking out. I don't know.
7 a.m., man. We live in the West Coast, man.
I feel
Nike, y'all need to make
it 10 or
make
9.
the drop. Yeah, exactly.
Something attainable for people on the West Coast, man.
Look,
for the next
look,
shoe.
look. And we're only saying this because of how many strikeouts that we have. If you are a sneakerhead and you love shoes, you got to have a little bit of reseller blood in you.
Just a
For
bit.
sure. A
Okay.
little bit. Everybody.
In order to feel better for that grail shoe that you're going to cop
Make
for
some money.
resale.
Yeah, make some money for what you like. It's not a bad idea. All right, so last sneakerhead tip, man. This is for the resellers. I know a lot of people want to learn out there.
Yes.
Definitely follow on a niche sneaker category, all right?
There's so
Master
many
that
shoes out
category.
there.
I
Oh,
think
man.
a lot of people see what 2J's is doing and these other resellers that are just doing crazy buyouts, and they want to do that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to those, I'm sure they're taking L's on some of those sneakers that they don't really know the market for. You know?
And just going off of that, Rich, what you were saying, what 2J does, you see a lot of the shoes you want, and he gets those, but that doesn't mean he got it for a good deal.
Yes,
it's all averaged out by per
he's
shoe,
basically.
Some
L's on, and he's getting some wins on some.
And again, who doesn't want to do a buyout with a bunch of potential shoes that you want?
Yeah.
No one really wants to be the positional player in the resale game.
Well, that also
find that shoe that works, right? That you may not like. You know?
So Sneakerhead Vest, he was telling me he just goes after GR Jordan 1s. It ain't the coolest, market to be in, but he makes money. It's proven. I would say, like, for myself, I would look into like maybe like Nike Air Fear of Gods, be the master of that. Maybe those at one point were reaching thousands. They're kind of slept on right now. I would master something like that.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even think. But your point, I didn't even think about those. It's like a slept on shoe.
No one's talking about them right now.
I'm over here trying to cop the all reverse bred ones, man. Something that's more obtainable, something that you can grab a bunch of at a low price.
What we're trying to get across is focusing on one sneaker. Really study the market for that sneaker so you could be the master of it.
Yes.
And I think that'll be more profitable than just trying to get everything like Pokemon collector.
For sure. And I keep bringing up the whole 2Js and Sneakerhead Vest approach, right? Yeah. You have one that actually owns a store, so he needs that variety.
That's a good point.
Then you have the money-making. I wouldn't be surprised if Sneakerhead Vest makes just as much money as 2Js. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
But because he's honed into that particular shoe, he's able to just focus on that.
Yeah, for sure. I understand why 2Js has to do. He has to have variety. He can't have a bunch of GR Jordan 1s.
Wow.
Yep. You know what I mean? All right, guys. That pretty much wraps it up for 5 sneakerhead tips and advice we have. Also for resellers. I know reselling is really big right now. Let us know down in the comments below what you agree on, disagree on. If you guys have any other tips and advice for resellers out there, what is one shoe that you guys think is the best to master right now? A lot of people are saying Jordan 1 lows. It's huge. So yeah, shout out to Tan, shout out to Johnny. If you guys have any questions, let us know. And until next time, we out.
Peace.